Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kaiger1324 up here today with a little bit of a pickups video. Oh my god, it's been so long. How long has it been since we've done a pickups video? A long time. I got some stuff here today. I went into town. Yes, I did. And yes, my son is on the floor. He spotted the camera. I actually decided I can actually sort of do videos now, with even if he's awake. At least videos like this, because he thinks I'm talking to him and stuff like that. Obviously, if he goes off on one, I have to hold him. Normally, Heather's here to help out, but she's not here. So I went into town. I mainly went in to get Heather some birthday presents, but I picked her up too, because we're going out next Friday, and we're staying in a hotel overnight, and I think we're going to go and watch a film or go bowling or something like that. It's her birthday, so we're going to do something special like that. And obviously, there is a few things that she said I wouldn't mind for my birthday, and I have got one of the things she said. But she knows I'm going to get her Star Wars Battlefront 2. She knows that, because I want to get her a physical copy so she can play with me and Ryan as I have it digital. But anyway, let's just get straight into it. So, I picked up some decent things, well, not decent, but very decently priced. In CEX, I spent £8. £8, and I got a ton of stuff in. Well, not a ton. This video is not like overly lots of stuff, but there's enough stuff for a small pickups video. I picked up a CD from HMV, Fozzy, Judas. I actually really like the song Judas by Fozzy. And I know some people are like, why don't you just download it on the internet or something? I do like have physical CDs, not a lot. I don't go out and buy tons and tons of CDs like I do games or DVDs. Sometimes I buy a CD every now and then, and I've been looking for this one. So, you know. I've been looking for this CD for a while, so it was nice to actually find it. I'm going to listen to it after this, I think. And from Cash Generator, they had Test Drive Unlimited 2. Yes, surprisingly, this was 50p by the way, surprisingly the original Test Drive game was a surprisingly good racing open world game, similar to maybe Forza Horizon, and I really remember playing that game a lot with my cousin. The second game actually is surprisingly getting uncommon. You don't see it that much. You see it every now and then, but you don't see it as much as you do the first one. The second game is a step down from the first one, if you can believe that. But I haven't really played the second one, and I don't really play a lot of racing games, but when I see a game for 50p and it's not a sports game, I have to pick it up. I'll show off the DVDs before I show off. I got 8 PS2 games and 1 Xbox 360 games, and 6 DVDs from CEX came to £7. £7 for 8 DVDs and fucking 9 games. It's amazing what you can find these days for cheap. I picked up the Harry Hill movie, yeah, 50p. I think she priced it wrong, because when I worked it out, that should have been about £9–10, but oh well. I love Harry Hill. I love him as a comedian. He's my type of comedian, slapstick humour with comedy combined. I remember when this movie came out, I wanted to go and see it just because I don't think it's a good movie. I think it's just sort of wacky movie, but if you're a fan of Harry Hill, it's probably something you'd enjoy. And I picked up a movie that I've been told to watch hundreds of times, the Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick's film, Full Metal Jacket. Obviously a war film slash comedy, and the drill instructor is considered, one sec. Yeah, sorry about that, just had to deal with something. But yeah, a movie that I've been told, really funny, really over-the-top, wacky, crazy movie. Of course, Stanley Kubrick is the master of rated R movies, or for you guys in America, 18 plus movies here in the UK. And it's crazy, 21 in America, it's 18 here. And sometimes rated R movies are only 15s here in the UK, because Deadpool was rated R, but in the UK it was £15, 15 certificate. But anyway, my mate Ryan always quotes the grilling structure, which is a lot of people say is the reason to watch this movie, because the grilling structure is sort of like the a well-known part of the movie, and he's very vulgar, he's very vile, he just, not vile as in horrible person to look at or nothing, or disgusting, but the way he speaks to the people is just, the action apparently is really well done, and a movie that I've heard great things about, so I have to watch it. And I decided, seeing now they were only 50p each, to pick up the Lethal Weapon movies. 1, 2, oh that's 3 there, 2 and 4, and I do like these sort of designs actually. The original 3 here come in this sort of silver case here. The first 2 18s and 3 and 4 are 15s. I've heard great things about the original Lethal Weapons. It sort of started as sort of buddy cop action movies. These movies are meant to be really good. Another sort of movie like Full Metal Jacket is that I've heard good things about, but I've never watched. And I think Lethal Weapon, I think there's only 4. I don't know if they've done a 5th one or a remake. I think they are doing a remake. It wouldn't surprise me with all the remakes we get these days. But absolutely great movie. The first one is often considered the best one, of course. It normally is. I think 3 and 4 are sort of bad, and number 2 is alright. I don't know completely the whole story behind these good movies. Of course, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, very good duo here. And of course, look how young Mel Gibson is in the first one compared to how he looks in the 4th one. It just goes to show how long these movies expanded over time. But I've heard good things about these movies. I don't know if there's any like special features on them. Yeah, there's a few. Well, not really any special features on these director's cuts versions. Yeah, there's some tiny features, but nothing special. The 4th one actually has the most features. I don't really care so much about special features on DVDs, but it's something that I should care about, because apparently if you watch the special features you'll understand more about the movie. And I do watch special features every now and then, but for me, if I watch a movie, I'm going to watch a movie. I'm not going to sit here and try and interact with the special features, you know, for another 2 hours afterwards. I'll watch those sort of things if I'm in the mood to do it. I don't have a lot of time to sit around watching special features anymore. But yeah, 8 PS2 games, 1 Xbox 360 game here. All the PS2 games were 50p. This was £1, which is why it miscalculated, because that's, I mean, the Lethal Weapons would have been £2. The 2 DVDs here would have been £3. That was £1. That's 4, and then 4. Yeah, it should have been £8. But never mind. Supreme Commander. I believe it's I don't 505 games. Yeah. It's sort of like, I guess, Command and Conquer style real-time strategy game. I don't know a lot about the Supreme Commander series. I know there's 2. I don't think I have the second one, but I believe one of them's backwards compatible, and I believe it's the second one. I've heard good things about these games, but also some bad things, so it depends on how you look at it, you know, really. Yeah, but yeah, then we got 8 PS2 games and a variety of here, and the best part is all of these were 50p, no sport games. Oh my god. And I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of this video. Conflict Zone Modern War Strategy, the last conflict game that I needed on PS2. Yeah, it's a real-time strategy version of the conflict games, I believe. I think it is. Yeah, it's Ubisoft. I'm sure it's part of the same game. And then we got Johnny Mosley Mad Tricks 3DO game. Yes, they made the Army Men game, but they also made some terrible games. This is a snowboarding game. It looks like SSX. It looks like a somewhat decent game. I don't know a lot about it, but 50p for a game I didn't have. Can't complain, can't complain. And then we got Unreal Tournament. I'm surprised I didn't have this game, surprisingly. I've got the third one, and I've got the ones on game on the Xbox. These are I guess arena shooters, and these are considered really well-known games. Of course, more popular on the PC, as with most multiplayer games. But these are fun arena shooters. I played this game before, I'm sure I have. And then we got Dakar 2. I had the first one, so I thought, hey, the second one's here. I don't see this game all the time. Yeah, surprisingly, I haven't seen this game in a while, actually. So, another Dakar rally game. Could be fun. Don't dream, do it, as it says on there. And then we got Downforce. I have no idea how good this game is, but it looks like an indie arcade racing, fast-paced racing game. But she did say when she checked the disc, it's made by Titus. I'm sure they made a few other games. I think they made the Bubsy games, actually. I'm not sure. You know, surprisingly, a game that I don't think I've ever seen this game before. So, you know, Speed, Danger, Adrenaline. But she did say the disc was a little bit scratched, and if it don't work, bring it back. But to be honest, it's 50p, so I don't really care. It's more going to be for collection purposes than anything. Then we have the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. A pretty terrible game. I think I played this game before, and it was very average, very bad game compared to the others. This is the worst Lord of the Rings game on the PS2, but it was the last one I needed. So, and that's something that annoys me with when I have the series of a game or DVDs or something. If I don't have one, I need to get it, even if it's the bad one or the really terrible game or movie. I still have to have it for collection purposes. And last two games, well, these could be considered sport games, but they're not football games. UFC Throwdown. This is actually the only UFC game I have on PS2. And to be honest, I haven't never seen a UFC game on the PS2. At least one that's not called UFC. And this is made by Crave. Again, I'm sure Crave made the Dark Souls game, or but up on one or the other. Yeah, another UFC game. I don't follow UFC, but I know it's a cage fighting and stuff like that. I don't follow it in real life, just because it's not really my sort of thing. I like wrestling, you guys know that, but I have nothing against UFC. My brother likes it. And then last but not least, we got Aggressive Inline. This is basically Tony Hawk with roller skates. So if you're a fan of roller skating, this is the game for you. I think it's roller skating. Yeah, I'm sure it's roller skating. Yeah, it's made by the same company who made the Dave Mirra freestyle BMX games. So I don't know how good this is, if it's any good. It said it got good reviews. I don't know if it's any good though. But yeah, so that's that. So that's what I picked up. Small video today, but nonetheless. And that's the thing about the PS2, is the games are so cheap now, and it does sort of make me go, oh, you know what, these games were sold at £30-40 at one point, and now they're being sold for 50p, you know. 50p can barely buy a chocolate bar or drink these days, you know. It's crazy, man, because back when I was young, getting a PS2 game was like Christmas present, birthday present, or if you had saved any money up, and or you know, my aunt was feeling nice enough and she brought me a few games. But yeah, I mean, you know, I go, wow, you know, don't get me wrong, there's some PS2 games out there that are fucking expensive, more so than the game was ever priced at when it came out. Like, some of them are over £100. I mean, they're much better than these games, don't get me wrong, for the most part. But yeah, it's just crazy to think that, and how everything's changed. And you know, Xbox One games now and PS4 games are, you know, when they come out now, they're 50 to 60 to 70, some of them even £100. Special editions, of course. Most of them digital stuff now, which is kind of sad that all the special editions are digital now. And yeah, I just don't know why games have become so cheap. Of course, for me, I love it, of course, because it means that I can go out and I can get more games dirt cheap, not have to worry about my money being, you know, saving my pennies, so to say. And overall, guys, I just absolutely just think that, you know, I love having this many games. While I don't get enough time to play them all, obviously this little fatty here, see, he's distracted by fucking Unikitty. Oh wait, oh, it's an advert. Yeah, Unikitty from Lego Movie's got a TV show out now, and I actually want to watch it because I was a fan of the movie, but it's probably terrible, out of the place. But yeah, guys, I mean, just think, you know, at some point these games are going to be even cheaper, but some of them might go up in price. You know, PS2 is at the peak now, where get them while you can, because within the next 2 to 5 years, they are going to start going up in price. I think. Just because I think it will start to become a retro console then. You know, most retro consoles normally, that, you know, retro is now, you know, GameCube is considered retro now. So yeah, that's normally a reason why games start getting expensive, is because they become retro. But that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little pickups video. Pretty happy with the stuff that I got, knowing that I didn't spend a lot of money, not even £20 on all of these games and DVDs. The most expensive thing I brought was the CD. Well, the most expensive thing I brought was Heather's one of Heather's presents, but that's not being shown off. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So, up here today with another ASMR video. He's like the look. Yeah. Go on then. Ah. Oh. That's nice. That's really nice. Dribbler. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, and of course feel free to comment below. Let me know what you've picked up recently. Let me know if you think this stuff was worth the money, because, you know, seeing how I spent under £10 on all of this stuff, bar the CD, but that was new. £10 for just 10 games, well, 11 games and 6 DVDs. Fucking awesome, I love it. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I might put some Simpsons on or something. Obviously, this one's getting a bit of a wriggle bum at the moment. He'll probably due a bottle soon. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'm probably going to play some Mafia 3 tonight. Heather wants to watch on TV, or, you know, play Overwatch on over there. I can't be asked to play it. We've been playing Overwatch non-stop for the past like two weeks, and I just get bored of it after a while. Don't get me wrong, like the game, just after a while it starts to get a bit stale, and knowing I've got all these games to play, I'd like to try and get started on some other games, and Mafia 3 is definitely a game that I want to finish because I really like it, and I'm probably going to get the DLCs for it as well, which was only £25 for all the DLCs. I know it's some people might say, well, you know, is it worth that? I don't know. Anyway, guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye. What are you doing, child? Sit still.